Hey guys, and welcome to a quick video. And today we're going to talk about beholders. So we're going to flip over Volo's guide. If you've got the monster manual, you've got some information about beholders, but we're going to cover a little bit more on them today. So beholders, what are they? Beholders look something a little bit like this. If you've seen Conan or other dark fantasy sort of settings, you might see something akin to this or actually this. So as you can see, a atypical beholder has a number of eye stalks, and these number of eye stalks can project rays, and these different rays do different sort of magical things like paralyze, sleep, death ray, all those kind of things, all the weird and wonderful things. If you create your own beholder, you can have them do whatever you please. But we're going to go into a little bit of the backstory about, not so much a backstory, about a few tips and tricks about what you want to do when you throw a beholder in front of the rest of your party, because they can be quite terrifying. So it says in the guide to monsters, bad dreams do come true. See, a beholder is non-sexual in any way, if that makes any sense. It's not asexual. They birth other beholders or beholder kin by dreams. Their magical essence gives birth to other beholders, their reality changing magic. So these other beholders can be a direct beholder, a full-fledged beholder, or a death kiss, a gazer, a spectre, or a gath, which all of these are covered in the guide. Spectator you'll be able to find in the monster manual. See, the beholders are insanely paranoid, and they are constantly perceptive to everything around them. Even when they're asleep, they are still aware of their whole surroundings. Elminster and Volo give their own sort of opinion about beholders in here. They are extremely intelligent. They are conniving. They are paranoid. They could perceive every possibility and every eventuality. Every individuality. Yeah, I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's early in the morning, and let's keep this going. So they could perceive every possibility in any sort of scenario, and they've thought of things that are completely left or right wing to what it calls as to events and all those kind of sorts of scenarios, even if it involves things that are ridiculously not going to happen. So in the guide, you're able to get a bunch of tables to roll on. If you can't think of a beholder specifically, you'll be able to roll on it and create something weird and maniacal, and it'll look completely unique to anything that's particularly been shown, especially if you've got experienced gamers and players in your group. They'll know what a beholder looks like, and these tables give you a few examples, or in addition, just to roll on something random if you can't make your mind up. Some examples are names, personality traits, ideals, flaws, and bonds, if you want to roll those as well. Is another beholder. It looks completely different from the other one that's in the book, and it just goes to show the extent of variety that are in there. In combat, they have a negative energy cone, so whenever their central eye is actually looking at someone, all the magic ceases to act, ceases to work within that cone. So, and that includes their own rays, so they can't shoot at the thing that their central eye is looking at. It gives you a little bit of a insight on how to use the rays to the best effects, legendary actions on what they would use. And beholders are intelligent. They are intelligent. They are not dumb. Do not play them dumb, because you do them a disservice to what they should be. They will have traps. They'll have minions. They'll have weird and wonderful things inside their lair. Their lair doesn't need to be a cave. It could be a building, a wizard's tower, or a stronghold. It could be anything that the beholder states claim. It's his or theirs, or however you want to use the term for their gender. So it gives you, outside of combat, what typically the different rays would do. Outside of combat, if you want to use them in a thematical sense, again, look, another example of completely different beholders, some different variations on stalks if you want to do weird looking beholders, which is great. Variations on abilities if you want to do a disintegration ray, but you don't want to do the standard, you can change it to chain lightning spell if you want to do that, or if you do fear, you can change it to gaseous form, or moonbeam. You can give different things. Just keep it different, you know, because you want to throw these experienced players off guard. And then it goes into what a atypical beholder layer looks like. So we've got a central gallery where they hold meetings. They've got a sanctum that they retreat to. They've got ogres section where they put their minions, the hobgoblins, goblinoids, all those kind of weird and wonderful things. There's a prison to torment prisoners because, you know, they're vindictive. They want to extract all the information that they can out of their captives, so they would keep them captive. When you design a layer, make sure that you think it through. It's just not going to be a tunnel that leads to an oval room. Please do these service. I'm preaching when I should just talk about the damn book. So you got a roll for minions, lesser, greater, and pets. If you want to roll the kind of things you want to look at, it goes into the extent of the Xanathar Guild, and what else do we have? And that is it. It leads on to the giants. That's pretty much the extent of the Volo gives you. And I say that, and it sounds negative. It's not. There is a lot of information on here about beholders. So yeah, so that was a not so quick video. But alas, we've gone over time. But it's all good. It's all good. You get a little bit more of a little in-depth review about the beholders, but please do them service. Let's see if I can quickly find one in the back of here. Beholder. Nope. So you want to add a little bit of variety to them. You can use this book to its full advantage. Should have really bookmarked it before I started recording, right? So yeah, keep looking through the monsters. So yeah, so I'm probably going to do a video like this on all the other ones. So we've got Gazer, he's a tiny, he's like the size of a pixie, but he is a really small beholder. He's only half 0.5 challenge rating, so he's not going to be that much of a problem. So you can throw him as a little wizard's companion or something if you wanted to do that. A Gath is a 6, a Death Kiss is a 10, and I think the Mindless is around about the same further down. But you can see that these are completely distinctive, and these beholders are made when a full-fledged beholder is dreaming, and their reality warping abilities bring it into existence. So when a beholder dreams about its own demise, a Death Kiss is born, and when it dreams about jealousy, a Gath is born. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct, but that is the kind of difference. So when it dreams of different things come out of its own mind and then just come into reality. That's bad. You know, don't make your beholder dream nasty dreams, because you don't want that. If a wizard wants to cast sleep on your beholder, tell him no, because it's a bad idea. Yeah, do that. But this is a classic-ish sort of beholder look. But you know, there's tables in there. Just roll to your heart's extent. So that is Volo's guide to, in this case, beholders. So this has been Ryan. As always, I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Be kind to everyone, and just play more games. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.